It's peak summertime. Sunshine, the heat, the dirt, grass, the chalk, and the opportunity to play the game you love. It's an elimination game with Arkansas and Texas East, the winners, taking on those boys who just advanced another round. The All-Stars from Boerne Little League representing Texas West. So the loser of this game with Junior Deputy Little League and Lamar Little League, time to pack the bags and go home. The winner will move on to face Texas West tomorrow. Oklahoma, Louisiana also coming up tomorrow from Waco as well. Hello and welcome back to Marvin Norcross Stadium. Loa Galindo here with the Texas legend, former big leaguer Keith Moreland. I'm excited to see this Arkansas team and see what kind of juice and energy and joy they play with in this game, considering the win they had yesterday, how big that was. They were 0 for 9 here in the Southwest Regional until they got that dub.
Yeah, you get one under your belt. There was a heck of a celebration, folks. They were excited about that. Now, they go back to the hotel. Now you got to get up today, and today you want to keep your season going. They've accomplished one feat. Now, can they get themselves into a semifinal?
Big reason why they got that win, James Webb Wilson.
You look at Webb Wilson, he's been that constant. He's got pop. He's done the little things defensively, but most importantly, he's been that guy to be able to come up with big hits and then base running right here to figure out a way to score runs. But he's been that guy that has been the best offensive player for this Arkansas ball club, Junior Deputy Little League, trying to advance to the semifinals.
For Texas East, it's Easton. He's been a beast at shortstop, and he's doing a little bit of everything.
Well, he's done the things that you need to do. He's driven the ball on the ground to drive in runs, and he's drove it into the gap. He's been one of their best offensive players. He has given them what they need, and now, today, he's on the bump.
And we will see the competitive spirit and the dog in Easton Martin, 12 years old, 5'3", and a stellar nickname, East the Beast, humming it in from 46 feet away and taking on his pitching counterpart, Lucas McCrillis, who's going to be on the bump for Junior Deputy Little League and leads off here. McCrillis, one of 3 players that was here in Waco from Junior Deputy Little League last season. He's a leadoff hitter. Continuous batting order, meaning every player on the roster hits. And McCrillis hits. Finally, his first hit in Waco. Wants to, got to. Leadoff double for Lucas.
It got in on him a little bit, but great hustle. He left home plate. Young players, you can't think about getting to second unless you're sprinting. You can't watch and see the ball. And he takes off, and this ball gets in on him a little bit, but just strong enough to get it over the infield and uses his speed to know that, hey, that ball's down. A good hustling double to start the ball game.
I just saw an awesome moment, him going to drop off his gear to his third base coach. That's not just any third base coach. That's Dad, Darren McCrillis over there. Jonathan Byers Jr. Want to talk about whippy with the bat? Jonathan Byers is your guy. He's got a triple. He's 3 for 5 with the loudest, hardest hit single that we have here in Waco. A rip that actually hit the fence, but was out to left field so fast with a little hiccup on the bases, couldn't get to 2. And that's another line shot, but right into the glove of Easton Pollard for out number 1.
Boy, you can't hit a ball any better than that. How about Pollard, too, and the quickness and to get himself turned and get ready to throw this ball back the other way. This is a heck of an effort to try to get a double play.
The athleticism from Madden Creation over there at shortstop to try to get over as well. That's a coach's kid. Actually, that middle infield for Lamar. The shortstop, Madden Creation, his dad, Marcus, is the manager. And then at second base, Easton Pollard. His dad, Justin, is one of the assistant coaches and was the manager for this All-Star squad a year ago when they won it all here in Waco and moved on to Williamsport. William Hamraw, the hitter. And he is quietly putting together a fantastic Southwest Regional. McCrillis holds his son at third base, and it's first and third, 1 out.
Well, they've just done a good job of swinging the bat. They have not been afraid to come to the plate, let it go. They're not looking for walks. They're very aggressive, and they've done a nice job of barreling the ball up here. See if they can play with the lead. Get some confidence going right now. You can feel it, Lowell.
And they have played with the lead in both games. Jumped out to a 2-0 lead against Louisiana. Held that for about half of the game until Louisiana came back to win 8-2. And here's your guy, Webb Wilson. Enormous opportunity. 1 down, runners on first and third. Coming off a 2-hit, 2 ribeye performance in the win against New Mexico yesterday.
Good pitch there from Martin.
Bases 60 feet apart, mound 46 feet away. Runners cannot take off and steal until the pitch arrives at the batter. And there still has been some pretty aggressive first and third base running despite that Little League rule.
Yeah, they're going to put pressure on you. These guys got good speed. They know how to run the bases. You got to defensively, you got to be in the right spot and know where to go with the baseball.
Arkansas with 5 first-inning runs through 2 games. Webb Wilson, good swing, but Easton Martin got him. Strikeout number 1.
Well, this is in a great location. Went back to this little cutter right here. You can see that downward to it. That's almost a pure slider and had depth to it. Not only did it go away from Wilson, it went down and got him to swing over the top of it. Speaking of that first and third, this is where you might see try to steal a run.
Nicholas Macris, the hitter. That's a good cut. And Martin blows it by him. Nicholas's dad, Nick, one of the assistant coaches on this junior deputy Little League squad that's been a fixture here in Waco. Simply has not found a way to win. That is until yesterday. 0-9 here in Waco until that 9-4 win to eliminate New Mexico. And that was a really, really big deal for this Little League program. They identified that as the goal, to come here and finally get that breakthrough win. Now everything is bonus. A cherry on top for Arkansas, so they get to keep playing the game they love with a team that's like family at this point. Trying to find as much shade as possible. Not exactly breaking news, but it's hot. 2-2 from Easton Martin. Chop back up. Martin goes down to get it off the shoelaces. Lobs to first, and runners left on first and third. No score going to the bottom of the first. Tarps are off here at Marvin Norcross Stadium. You can see the separation though. The guys on the left representing Lamar Little League. That's why they're wearing the Navy. The guys on the right certainly repping Junior Deputy Little League in red. There's Lucas McCrillis, the big old cheese smile when he first started playing, and Junior Deputy Little League out of Little Rock, Arkansas when he was a Pittsburgh Pirate. Now the future Paul Skeens is back on the bump. Second year in a row that Lucas is playing here in the Southwest Regional. Third year in a row that his dad, Darren, gets to watch and coach one of his sons, as Brady, Lucas's older brother, was on this All-Star squad 2 years ago. Here's the batting order for the All-Stars from Lamar Little League. That's Richmond, Texas, Greater Houston area. And if you know anything about athletes in Houston, there is an abundance of them, and they are fine, fine players. Sheldon Tucker, great example of that. Big brother played at Texas A&M, now he's in the Red Sox organization. Big sister played softball at Southeastern Louisiana, now he's playing pro in Europe.
Grillis is a guy that's going to really use his breaking ball. He likes to spin it, he's got good command of it, and he'll use it a lot.
Usually low 60s, but will keep you guessing. His dad said it'll be the smallest one on the field, but you won't miss him because he's got a lot of power in his little body. Where does he want here with the 3-0 to Tucker? That's some confidence in that pitch. 3-1, McCrillis trying to work back. And that's a leadoff walk to Sheldon Tucker. Still don't feel like we know exactly what Lamar Little League is capable of. Took down Texas West in game number 1, 10-3. Didn't hit all that well, but created a lot of havoc and took advantage of a lot of walks issued by the Birdie pitching staff. They are coming off a 3-1 loss to Oklahoma. Game was tied at 1 into the bottom of the 4th, then allowed 2. Antonio, Big Papi Rodriguez, looks at the spinner for strike 1.
It's got some pop. There's no question about it as he steps back in. Tells his teammates in the dugout, hey, look out for the curveball.
Now, we're going to have to correct the nickname that we just saw in the graphic because I made the same mistake. I referred to him as Antonio Papi Rodriguez to his manager, Marcus Creation, and he stopped me in my tracks and said, no, 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 no. It's Big Papi. The 0-2, Big Papi-esque to center field, and the leadoff 2 are on for Lamar Little League.
Did a nice job with 2 strikes there, staying back. Going back through the box. See him right here. Gets the ball up. Does a nice job of barreling it up right back through the middle. Both these teams with early opportunities here. Arkansas couldn't take advantage. Can Lamar take advantage here?
Chase Gibbs, described by Marcus Creation as the most explosive guy he's ever seen with a bat at 12 years old. Chase, get on base. He does more than get on base. He slugs. Models his game after Jordan Alvarez, who does everything at a high level. You want to hit for contact? You want to hit for power? Power to all fields? That's what Jordan does. And Chase following in his footsteps. Big cut, 2-2.
It's a big pitch here. You just feel like it early. I love to get an out right here. It's a tough hitter at the plate, guy that can slug.
We've had 2 home runs now into our 3rd day here in Waco. Wyatt Pitcher went over the fence, and Luke Woody with an inside the Parker to right field. 225 all the way around at Norcross Stadium. 2-2 from McCrillis. Trying to paint. He wanted the call. Didn't get it.
White says this just misses. Tried to go with a little cutter away from him. See if he doesn't come back with a breakable ball here, 3-2.
gives the laser to left field. And everybody holding up, moving up 60 feet. The man Stanley Tucker is in an athletic stance in that third base coaching box, ready to wave somebody home.
3-2 work the count, got something he could extend on it. Well, that had some exit velocity right there.
Easton Martin, you raved about him, Keith. Here we go.
Just has been that guy that's done the things that you need to do. And his job right here is to get this team the lead.
That gets away, and look at the break by Tucker, scoring with ease from third, and it's 1-0, Lamar Little League.
Ball in the dirt just doesn't get very far away. What great anticipation, because if you hesitate at all, you're out there. You've got to anticipate it, because that ball did not get that far away. Great anticipation, and everybody moves up 60 feet.
Slow breaker. Now, Easton is your topic guy. He was asked if he won the lottery, what would he do? His response, Spy Ranch, was stocked ponds and massive whitetail bucks.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I know that would be on your list as well. It's just trouble to the right side. The catch is made, but no tag with Rodriguez on third base. Fantastic job by William Hamra to find that.
Ranging over, much easier play, low for the second baseman there. He's going to the ball, the first baseman's backing up. Hambro does a nice job of getting over and calling for it. Good communication, no chance to advance.
Easton Pollard, the lone returning player on this squad from a year ago. Of course, he's an Astros fan. Team going with the Rice Owls look with the pinstripes, the old English. Well done. And that is bleeding into right field. It's down. Rodriguez scores. Here comes Gibbs. Gibbs will score. And on the throw, Pollard takes second, slams on the brakes, and retreats after doing the job. 3-0, Lamar Little League.
They got a ball up, did a nice job going with it the other way, and then once you make contact, you've got to hustle and be down to first base. Good read right here, knows he's going to be able to score. Second run's coming. Throw to the plate is offline, so that throw allows the runner to move up to third base, and Lamar with some separation here early.
Pretty entertaining to watch Stanley Tucker coach third base. I mean, he's getting into an athletic stance. Probably hiking up the shorts a little bit for maximum flexibility. And obviously, he's having the time of his life. His son, Sheldon Tucker, scoring the first run. This is hit up the middle. Slight pause by Pollard to make sure it's down, and it's first and third. Throwback just to check on Lincoln Dubé, his first hit in Waco. He's been one of the defensive stars. Now, this is what Lamar likes to do, create havoc and confusion. McCrillis throws it away. Pollard will score, and that's exactly what Lamar was looking for.
It's one of those where you're trying to move around, see what's happening here. You know, the whole play lasts a while after the base hit. The throw comes in, cut off. Right here, you try to get the player back, and then once the ball goes back to the pitcher, the runner takes off from first and forces the throw back to third. It gets away, it turns into a run and a runner in scoring position.
Here's Mad Dog, Madden Creation. His dad is coaching first base and is the manager of this team. Madden playing shortstop. Will he be an elite shortstop? Will he be an elite defensive end like his dad was at Oklahoma? Will he be a small forward? Yes. How about just yes to all of it?
Play them all.
Marcus Creation won a natty with Bob Stoops on that Josh Heupel team in 2000. The Boomer Sooner. Here's Marcus. Looks like he can still sack the quarterback. Son, Mad Dog, pops at the shortstop. No one moving. 2 down.
Let me get this out right here. In the ball game, if you're Arkansas, you got to find a way to get back into the dugout, get a drink of water, and say, all right, we got some hits. We just didn't get that big hit in the first inning. We got to keep swinging the bat.
Landon Alvarez swinging the first pitch and just squibbing foul. Right in front of our third base umpire, Chris Rutz. Todd Lee behind the plate. Brett Wagner at first, Jared Farr at second. All our umpires, volunteers, as well as the coaches. That is up and over the head of Landon Alvarez. Nickname is Sweet Boy Landon. Says his role models are his parents, Brooke and John, and his elementary school music teacher, Stacy Waits. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, he plays an instrument too.
Not with that mean mug. And McCrillis gets the strikeout on a 4 spot. Texas East 4-0 as we go to the second inning in this elimination game. Winner of this game between Texas East and Arkansas will play on and face the Bernie Little League All-Stars in another elimination game. And Keith Moreland Mogolindo here. And we're here to tell you that these Bernie All-Stars, they're opening some eyes and could be a real threat to any of the teams that are still playing here.
Well, anybody that's playing when you get to the semifinals, they have proved that they're capable. Obviously, you have 2 undefeated teams in Louisiana and Oklahoma that are in our first semifinal tomorrow.
And Oklahoma has only played 1 game. They got day number 1 off, as this is well hit. First pitch to left field, but in the glove of Chase Gibbs. Jack Reibel was the batter. So Oklahoma had day number 1 off. With 7 teams, someone's got to sit out the first day. They came back to the park after practicing day number 1, played in day number 2, won that game, and so now they just need a win tomorrow in their second game here to get to the championship. Red Holbert looks at ball number 1 from Easton Martin. Is there a team to you that looks like the team to beat at this point?
You know, I think there's a couple of teams that have an inside track, but it's according how their pitching holds up and what's going on, because obviously pitch counts are so important and who's available and who's not available. We'll take a real look at that tomorrow.
Well, in our first game, it was a little eye-opening to see Bernie Little League. They pulled their ace, Merritt Cood, early in the game, holding on to a 2-0 lead, and did so understanding that they would only have to rest him one day so they could bring him back to pitch either Monday or Tuesday, with Tuesday being the championship game.
Yep. It takes a calculator figure to know all.
I mean,
you want to
really
make sure stay with it. And it's right. It is injury preventive. Let's make sure young men are not overthrowing.
Also takes some projection and some trust that you know you have a game in hand when you pull an ace to go to a reliever in hopes that you can get through and bring that ace back at a later point. I would imagine, though, that at this point, as this ball is hit on the ground right into the mid of Pollard at second base, that filling out the lineup card is the easier part of the equation, because you know who these guys are. You've settled in at this point, going through district,
continuous
sectionals,
batting
and state.
order.
Yeah.
So that part's it. It's all about who do you decide to have 47 feet away.
God, and tracking when you want them, how long they go.
Yep.
Here's Porter Steen. What are you seeing from Easton Martin right now?
Well, he's got a little cutter with this fastball. A lot more this time down in the zone. He missed up a few times in that first inning. Surrendered a couple of hits, but made pitches when he needed to put a 0 on the board. Now he's getting that cutter, a little bitty run fastball down in the zone. And he's a pitch away for him in a 1-2-3 frame.
And efficient. This is only pitch number 27. And there it goes, the 1-2-3 inning. And after Arkansas challenged in the first inning, they could not catch up with Easton Martin here. Sportsmanship, one of the key pillars of Little League Baseball, and the boys from Arkansas have done it better than everybody, winning the Marvin Norcross Sportsmanship Award. Give it out to the team that displays the ability to do things right. And usually it's been the team from Arkansas showing how to handle adversity and how you handle losses with class. That's been the only reaction that Little Rock, Arkansas has had to show with their history here in Waco. But it was a beautiful display of how you handle a win a day ago, because they were 0 for 9 here in Waco until getting the victory over New Mexico It was a fantastic celebration, but they kept it in check, and it was very respectful, knowing that they had sent New Mexico home.
Yeah, they did, and they were right over to the Mexico players and congratulating them, but they were excited. You got to give them a little bit of excitement. They set a goal when they left Little Rock to come down that, hey, we're going to win a ball game, and they got that done. And now, again, very much in the game. They need to get some outs here.
Had that opportunity in the top of the first, left runners on first and third. And here is coach and son. And that will be it for son, as Darren McCrillis pulling his son Lucas McCrillis from his spot on the mound, and Jack Reibel will be the new pitcher. And for Arkansas, this is game number 3 here in Waco. So have to go a little deeper into your rotation and bullpen.
Right, you want to keep it, you know, he's got to have a day off. I mean, the other thing you're looking at, you're down 4-0. If you come back and find in this game, you'd like to save some guys. So he was at a threshold that it's going to be just one day off. So if they could find a way to get to Monday, he would be eligible. You can see the pitching totals right there. It's very important to note, though, if you start a guy, let's say at 31 pitches, and you go to 36, you're still, even though you threw 36 pitches, you're still in that one-day rest threshold because you started that pitcher or that batter under the threshold. So it's a good system. It's been working in place, and it forces managers and coaching staffs to really think about what they're doing down the line with their pitching.
And the reason it's in place is because of player health.
No question.
Jack Reibel gets the call. And look at that. The throwing motion has significantly improved.
Yeah, he doesn't have his thumb down there and the things that you need to, the right arch there. He's sort of pushing the ball, but that comes with a little age and a little repetition.
Some coordination mixed in there as well, as this one is to the backstop. And Castellanos, he can scoop, take second base.
On the plate is number 11, J.D. Hamilton.
J.D. Hamilton, the hitter. Gives it a good lick, but foul. Wind once again blowing straight in. And at 225, this is a larger Little League park. We have not had very hitter-friendly conditions all week long with the wind blowing in. That's a nice spot by Jack Reibel.
Yeah, if you can hit your spots, again, pitching's like selling real estate. It's location, location, location. It's not velocity as much as it is where you put it.
The 1-2. Reibel. Bottom fell out of that one. Nearly got the called strike. Two-two. And the count is full.
Just got out in front that time. Sometimes you rush a little bit and your arm can't catch up. You got to make sure that you come to a nice pause and then drive off your back leg to the plate where you can get out in front with the fastball.
Jay Dizzle to left field and down. A base hit for J.D. Hamilton, his second since hopping out of the car here in Waco.
Did a nice job, stays back on a ball away. Love how that head right down on it going the other way. First and third here with nobody out.
And it's Brady Stulak, the hitter. Inside, ball one. So 5 hits in each game thus far. Game number 1, they were out hit by Texas West, still won 10-3. Lost game 2 to Oklahoma 3-1 and have a firm 4-0 lead here in the second inning. Elimination game against Arkansas. Lamar Little League won it all a season ago. They've been a fixture. One of the powers in the Houston area representing Texas East. These boys heard the stories of Lucas Sontag and company that made it to Williamsport last year after winning here on Waco, 3-1. You don't have to look too far to get those stories, as Easton Pollard, one of the returnees. And Justin Pollard, the assistant coach, was the manager last year. 3-1. To the right side, the backhand, and slamming on first for the out is Hudson Bankhead. One run does score, so productive AB there by Stulak, driving in a run.
Doing his job, making contact. But a nice job getting it out. That tardy swing sometimes stuns the first baseman, but he did a nice job of getting it done. Have a new player coming to the plate.
Yeah, this is Jack Todd. So Jack Todd was allowed to be added to the roster today because Brooks Yeager, unfortunately, is injured and will not be able to continue competition. We saw Yeager leave a game yesterday after making a throw in center field, and he was favoring his arm as he walked off the field. So Brooks, if you're listening, watching, we hope everything is going well. We hope that you're not going to be out of the game too long. We know you're a strong kid, and whatever the recovery may be, that you're going to nail it like the champ you are. But in the meantime, big moment for the 12-year-old Jack Todd. Ball in the dirt, the ground ball read into left field, and staying put is J.D. Hamilton. But what a break.
Nice job backing that up, and the throw gets wild, but doing a nice job of being in position, not allowing the run to score. Infield back for Arkansas here.
2-1 to Jack Todd. And that's out. I wonder what Jack was doing when he got the call. You know, was he at a pool party doing backflips, and mom says, hey,
get in the car.
We're going to Waco and bring the pennies. Thought he had a base on balls, but it's a full count. Sure, a kid like this has been swinging the bat, staying ready for his chance. Jack Rybold trying to get out of it with a runner on third, one out. And Todd does the job, off the glove, scoring the run. Welcome to Waco, Jack Todd. Get the job done, young man.
Puts it in play, and they had the contact play on it. Hamilton hustling down the line. Ball was bobbled. Once it was bobbled, probably would have been better off trying to get the out at first. Comes to the plate. And back to the top of the order here.
Hey, let's go, Todd.
6-0 lead for Texas East. Here's Sheldon Tucker. That's up. Tucker doesn't even flinch. It's been a disruptive force, despite the fact he does not have a hit. His father, a veteran of 82nd Airborne. That's him over there in the third base coaching box.
Thanks for his service.
Absolutely. Oh, head on a swivel. Matter of time before Sheldon is playing D1 with a bat and ball, just like his big brother at A&M, big sister in southeastern Louisiana. Cool, calm, relaxed in the box, wants timeout, and gets it. Nickname is Juice. 7th three-ball count for Texas East. That's a walk. And this is the formula which led them to the opening win against Texas West. The All-Stars from Bernie. They're not going to chase.
They don't go outside the zone. They're very disciplined at the plate. And they're going to take what they give you. And then they got Big Poppy coming now. He likes to cook. I like that.
Needs to get some tips from the Louisiana folks. Came out in full force. Actually took over the softball press box earlier today and made jambalaya.
Ooh, delicious.
I think you missed it.
I did, but I've had it before.
Andy Joplin, or Statman extraordinaire, he actually commandeered it all. He's a Louisiana kid, so he saw the Cajun food and was like, that is mine. Just like Big Poppy saw that pitch and said, that is mine. Rodriguez, single to center, loaded. Second hit here in Waco. Chase Gibbs is going to stroll up. Confident young man. And he should be. Blistered the ball his last time up. Base is juiced. The player named Juice on second base, Sheldon Tucker. Favorite movie, Good Burger. I'm gonna say that's a surprise pick.
I gotta be honest, I don't know it.
It's from the guys that used to be on Nickelodeon. I forget their name. One is now on Saturday Night Live. Gibbs just gets a piece of that. Solid movie. I don't think it won an Academy Award.
But it was entertaining, you said. There you go.
Yes. Keenan and Kel. Keenan and Kel. There we go. How'd you know that so quick, Chop? Chop's a Good Burger guy. 0-2. Gibbs does not chase. Bases loaded, so no sense in forcing the issue with only one out. Gibbs looks like a kid that can hit a baseball a country mile. Will he get a chance? This one is flared, fighting the sun, and making the catch is Keller Hughes.
That's a nice job. Tough play coming in. It wasn't deep enough to tag up on. A nice job securing it and getting a big out. Now, got one more to get and a tough customer to get it on.
Easton Martin, starting pitcher. Popped out in second, his first time up. And this is hit hard, through the middle, one-run scores. Here comes Juice. Juice, we're not gonna squeeze too much for that extra run. He holds up at third base. His dad said, I know you're fast, son. I know you're fast, but let's let the guys get an extra RBI.
Got it on the barrel, away from it. Great effort. McGillis tried to lay his body out, couldn't come up with it. And then you see right here, pretty stunned that he held him up.
A timeout is called, and we are going to have the two-out pinch runner for Easton Martin. So the last out enters the game. That's Chase Gibbs. Can do this for your pitcher and catcher with 2 outs. Here's another Easton. Easton Pollard. A fine job there by Webb Wilson, keeping in front, saving a run, because we know Tucker can scoot 60 feet to Webb's left.
He's going to be aggressive.
Pollard plays the middle infield. like his favorite player, Astros shortstop Jeremy Pena. Two-0. Deep breath by Jack Reibel. That's low and away. Webb Wilson helping his pitcher stay calm and just relax. Filter out all the outside distractions, which is tough to do because these boys are not used to performing on a stage like this. More fans, more cameras than they've ever seen on them. That bases loaded walk makes it 8-0. And here comes Coach McCrillis. We're seeing the positive body language and approach by Darren McCrillis, the manager, saying it's okay. It's okay as long as you give your best. We're good. And we'll have a new pitcher for Junior Deputy Little League when we return here in Waco. His name is Hudson Bankhead. His teammates call him Huddy. And that is adorable. Pitcher.
National anthem.
Yeah. Snapped by Mom Heather, Dad Chance, when it was little Huddy. Just starting his baseball journey. And now on the big stage here in Waco, Texas, elimination game of the Southwest Regional. He'll face Lincoln Dubé. Came up with a single his last time up. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and a first pitch ball. His coach says that Huddy always wants the ball when the pressure is highest and never shies away from the big moment. Not shying away from this opportunity to get out of a tough jam. What would you do when things weren't going your way? How did you try to reset and focus?
Well, the first and foremost thing, you got to keep competing. You know, so many times you say, "Oh, woe is me," and you just got to keep competing. Try to make a good pitch. Try to get the ball down.
There's also that unknown in the game of baseball where some days it's just not your day and you can't explain it. Tough to understand.
It's not like you're going to go out with the game plan, hey, we're going to run the ball until third down and pass it on third down, because the game of baseball changes from batter to batter, moment to moment.
And that is laced, but McCrillis handles it like a champ that he is to get the third out. 4 runs in the first and second, an 8-0 lead for Lamar Little League. Little League and ESPN are proud members of the Aspen Institute's Project Play 63 by 60, which is focused on getting 63% of kids playing sports by 2030. Learn more about what Little League is doing to get kids on the field and all about the ESPN Take Back Sports Initiative by visiting littleleague.org/Project Play. To all the parents out there watching their kiddos play, look at the bracket here. This is what is on the line. This elimination game will send one team home, and one team will advance to take on Bernie. The All-Stars representing Texas West play that game Sunday, 6 o'clock local time, 7 Eastern. The early game tomorrow will be Oklahoma and Louisiana, a game that you will see on ESPN. Oklahoma has played one game. Louisiana, the couple, after a slow start in this tournament, shockingly by Louisiana, but woke up in a big way halfway through their opener to get a win. Our score here is 8-0. Texas East in a return trip to Waco, Texas, with the lead over Arkansas. Junior Deputy Little League, also a return trip. Huddy was on the mound. Huddy's got a bat. Huddy looks at strike one. Easton Martin got the back of his hat flipped up to make sure that stays on. So, Keith, back when I was these dudes' age, if your hat didn't fit, it was roll up toilet paper.
Yes.
Right? Was that your mechanism as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No doubt.
Now it seems like it's just to flip up the back of the cap. But you know what I think we have avoided? The epidemic of caps flying off the head. For the moment, it seems like it's come to an end.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
No, I know you you despise that.
Not as a pitcher. Hey, get a hat that fits if you're pitching.
(3-1) here from Easton Martin. He allowed hits to the two of the first three batters. And now Bankhead is the first to reach since William Hamra getting in the 3 spot. Judah Ramsey will get a shot. 1 for 3 in the Southwest Regional. Also a standout football player. As Coach Nick Macris says, I would hate to be on defense trying to tackle Judah. Even grown adults fearful of Judah steamrolling them. Talented basketball player as well. Check swing, that's straight back.
You would think with a pitch count, Easton Martin, this is his last batter he can face and only have 1 day off. So it'll be interesting to see if this is his last batter of the ball game.
It's in the dirt and it's 2-1. That's well hit. Krasik has it, flips to second, the throw in time. 6-4-3, just like the big boys do it.
That's just really well done. Great feed to second and a rotation to first to get the double play, just what the doctor ordered. If you're looking to try to get out of an inning, get a ball hit crisply to short, turns into a 6-4-3, and I would think that would, again, probably be Easton's last batter. Just it allows him to be eligible to come back to the mound on Monday.
Creation, Pollard, Dubé with that turn. Martin gives up the rock. What a performance for him. He knows it. Cool guy, as he should be. And we've got a new pitcher. Looks like it's going to be Mad Dog. Mad Dog time when we return. So it's not Mad Dog time. It's Easton time, time 2. Easton Martin is done 2 2/3. 2 hits, 1 walk, and now it's Easton Pollard and his turn to get the rock for Lamar Little League. Is he a young Skeeter there?
He is. Ready to go.
So deciding to lift Easton Martin from the game, had the ability to bring him back later in this tournament. We know the mentality for Texas East, they're here to win it all. With that type of program, anything short of the championship game, a little bit of a disappointment for the coaching staff. Certainly not for the boys, but they're accustomed to the high standards as well. They want to go back to Williamsport. So trying to balance this and manage it as well as they can, especially with his 8-0 cushion.
They want to miss some more days of school.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, that is a beautiful gap shot by Keller Hughes wheels to second base, a no doubt double. Oh, he's pounding the belly.
He made a good swing here. This ball stayed up, a little breaking ball that was up in the zone, and they put a really good swing on it, just drove it to the wall in left center.
I need to get to the bottom of that cellar.
Well, he's been doing some crunches. Got 6-pack.
Strong core leading to the strong rip. Gap shot double. Hartley Hurd stands in. The question on everybody's mind, where's Lily?
Strong abs. Strong abs are so important in sports.
Breaking news, by the way, the dog's name is not Lily.
Okay.
It's Nola.
Nola.
Yeah, so we got it wrong yesterday. I don't know if the dog's here. Anyway, Hartley's dog has been one of the stars. He's been wearing a visor and a tutu. But probably a little too hot. Meanwhile, Easton Pollard locked in. 0-2, looking for a banger here. In the dirt, got him swinging. Drop third strike, the throw. No, Dubé off the base, heads up, base running. And that scores Keller Hughes all the way from second base. Well done, Keller Hughes.
Nice hustle right there. Break a ball in the dirt, gets away, just hustling down the line. Nice job of getting to it quickly. Comes up, very close play at first base, but never slows down from second base. Do your job. It exactly found a way to get on the board.
So Arkansas on the board. Back to the top of the lineup, and Lucas McCrillis. Oh, that is a gorgeous stroke. And Lucas is lightening things up. He's got 2 hits here, and both have been thumpers.
Stays back here this time and does a nice job. Pull side on a breaking ball that's up. He knows right away, I got to hustle. That right fielder's close. Goes to second. Just tardy. So a couple on here.
For Jonathan Byers. Electricity. And a bat of number 8. First pitch swinging. Nothing like a good daddy hack on a first pitch. Ooh, that get him?
It hit somebody.
And his Arkansas teammates thought it got him. They were moving up 60.
Guess it got a piece of the bat. They say it's 0-2.
And chases the high cheddar from Easton Pollard with a strikeout. Arkansas gets a run. It's 8-1 Texas East. Going to the bottom of the third.
Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and a slice of sports paradise. Hammered, gone!
Up and out of Williamsport.
Are you kidding me? Lay out like a superhero.
Great baseball ahead. Here we go.
Well, the boys from Lamar Little League can tell you what that experience is all about. They went there a season ago. Justin Pollard was the manager. His son, Easton Pollard, who we just saw on the mound, was part of that team. They are the lone returners. Now it's a new wave of Lamar Little League stars like this man, Matt Creation. Beautiful, no shot with perfect placement and wheels for days.
Now this is just perfectly executed. Got the barrel out first, make sure he got it on the ground, and then down the line, doesn't even draw a throw, gets out of the box in a hurry. A lead-off base runner.
Time for Landon Alvarez to show what he's made of. That's down, an aggressive secondary lead. And he didn't quite stick the landing on the way back. You can dive back to bags head first. Creation started that a little early. That's down. He wants a throw, desperately wants a throw, because you know where he's breaking if he gets a throw.
Is he using it as bait?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
In on Alvarez. Creation was taken off, I believe, on the pitch.
I would think that's a stolen base. I think he was going before the ball was dropped, but into scoring position here with nobody out.
So have to wait for the pitch to arrive at the batter before you can leave the bag. I mean, you got to be seriously fast to do that. Let's see if Creation wants to tag here. He does. The big throw from right field. It's up. It's off the fence. Creation scores from second base on a fly ball to right field. get to call that a sac fly to right?
Well, the throw offline allowed him to move up the last 60 feet, but just speed. It's just hard. It's hard to compete against. It is so tough to control.
Lucas Castellanos, his turn. First pitch, down the line, fair ball. Castellanos thinking two. Creation saying dig, and he's in. Standoff double for Castellanos, his first hit in the Southwest Regional.
It's a fastball in and just goes it down the line. I love this. He sees this is a fair ball. He knows it right here. He knows he's going to have to make a good turn. Makes a good turn at first. Into second base. With a one-out double.
Number 11, J.D. Hamilton.
See what J.D. Hamilton has in store. Wants to be a Red Bull athlete one day. Means doing all sorts of crazy things. He may be a ball player for a long, long time. With a swing like that, the throw all the way home, and it's a single for Hamilton, moving up to second on the throw.
He's kept his hands back, did Hamilton. What a really nice swing on this. See right there, he just drops the head right down on it. I love to see that bat path. Just nice job of execution, and then realizing the throw's high, takes off for second. Does his job as a base runner as well.
He's got one out, runners on second and third. A 9-1 lead for Texas East over Arkansas. Got to get some of those Stulac impressions. Up the middle, hard hit, but into the glove. And flinging to first is Rhett Holbert. Another run scores. That makes it 10-1, Lamar Little League.
It's a very competitive at bat there. Get the job done. I mean, they think, well, I didn't get a base hit, but I did my job. I drove the run in, moved the runners up.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Stulac will run. Doing that for Hamilton, the catcher. And here's the newcomer. Some words of wisdom from Marcus Creation. Jack Todd just added before this game to the lineup for Lamar, to the roster. They were allowed to add Jack Todd after Brooks Yeager was injured yesterday. He wants to be an actuary. I don't know what an actuary is. Do you know?
I have to call it an account,
Okay.
but I could be totally wrong with that.
Yeah, I was told numbers guy. Got that from the truck. Obviously, I did not have what it takes to be an actuary.
Nor I.
Yeah, but you hit baseballs really far.
Occasionally. Very fortunate.
Todd was able to put one in play. Back to the pitcher on a fielder's choice and score a run his first time up. Check that, and it's 2-2.
I think it's a 2-1 little breaking ball. May not have had a lot of BP as of late. Not traveling, had to travel in. And all of a sudden you're at 2-1, you think, I'm going to get a heater here, and it a little curveball in there on you.
And trying to nibble is Honey Bankhead. And it's going to be a full count. So second full count at bat for Jack Todd. Puts it in play. McCrillis, the backhand, fires to first in time. What a play by little Lucas McCrillis. His dad says he'll be the smallest on the field because you'll notice him with that powerful arm.
Well, he does a nice job. Watch him set his feet, folks. Nice job of bounce up, get rid of it in a hurry to get the out.
We've arrived at the top of the fourth in this 6-inning game. Texas East 10-1 lead over Arkansas. Well, you can follow these amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure. Download the Little League World Series app. You can watch highlights, get some photos, get schedules, and more. Available in the app stores for Apple and Android devices. Easton Pollard went to Williamsport last season. He is back and on the bump for the second inning for the Lamar Little League All-Stars. That is well hit. And William Hamra continues to hammer the baseball. He now has 3 hits since arriving here in Waco.
He's done a nice job. He's been good on the mound. He's been an integral part of this team getting their initial victory.
Here's Webb Wilson. Oh, Webb wanted that one. He was thinking the trees out in left field over the chain link fence, and I like it. Webb was the star of the 9-4 win against New Mexico. A couple of hits, drove in a couple of runs. And it's 1-2. Hanging with that breaker. Back to Coach McCrillis. That is 1-2. Good fight here.
Absolutely. Did a nice job staying back on that fastball. You're seeing 3 consecutive breaking balls.
And that hit him. He gets first base.
There's something working here.
Yeah, I'm struck by this Arkansas team that they've got some guys in this lineup that are going to grow into really top-notch ball players. Grow being the key word there.
Stay in the game.
Yeah. Not the biggest dudes yet, but that growth spurt will come. Start filling out, getting the muscle. But the way they play the game, I mean, McCrillis and Hamra, they're going to be ball players. Really good high school players, depending if they want to pursue it. Probably a shot in college at some level. Gratian, lead runner at third, 1 out.
Interesting play. Had a chance to go 6-4-3 and maybe get 2. Decided to even get the lead runner, and everybody was in the right spot. Good feed. Gets the out. You don't see many 6-5 putouts.
Here's Ribel. Three for 6 in Waco. 3 RBI. Dream job, an entrepreneur. Gratian, what range to the knee, come on! Come on!
Why do you go to third on the previous play to keep the double play in order? And this is just outstanding. To the knee, backhand. What a feed to second. And then, oh, by the way, roll it over. Second double play of the ball game for Texas East. So many times defense sets the tone of ball games, and there's not a pitcher on this planet that doesn't like the term 6-4-3 ham and egger. And twice in this ball game, Texas East, and this one's spectacular. From his knees, good feed. Turn it second. Come up with the second 6-4-3 double play of the ball game.
Madden Gratian deservedly deserves a lot of that credit, but this man, Juice, the guy that was able to be with the pivot man at second base and turn that double play. Hey, he's a little sheepish after he was out in front of that one.
Hit that breaking ball.
He's had a stellar day right in the middle of that 6-4-3 mix.
That was just exceptional defense we just saw.
I mean, they look like they have done that 1,000 times. In there for a strike. Texas East in run rule territory. Sheldon Tucker's a riot. Oh, man. They need a run to win this game. That's in the dirt, but this is going to be tough on the drop third strike. Tucker's safe.
A good curveball. had Tucker out in front, but did a really nice job. I mean, he realized right away that recognition to know, hey, that ball's in the dirt. I can take off. Just used his speed to get down the field.
Big popping time. Here's Antonio. 2 hits to his credit today. Straight back.
As an ex-hitter, I can tell you there are certain swings that you see other hitters take, and you know they just miss hitting the ball a long way. That ball would have went a long way if he makes contact with that one. Fouled it straight back.
And none of this ex-hitter nonsense. It's like being a Marine. Once a hitter, always a hitter. So Benz one as a response to make it 0-2. Huddy Bankhead battling. Tremendous run for Junior Deputy Little League. Their most successful postseason ever. Got a win finally here in the Southwest Regional after an 0-for-9 stretch coming into this game, or the game yesterday. And that was the goal for Arkansas. Come here, get a dub. They delivered. And that was another one of those balls that was just missed to center field. And Byers Jr.
Just underneath it.
That is Justin Pollard, who was the manager for Lamar Little League last season. Chase Gibbs, another big hitter. Thought about it, wanted it, but showed restraint. And the delay, no one paying attention. So Sheldon takes second base. And that puts the winning run in place via the run rule. Oh, another one. Just throwing the bat head out there. And looking for some thunder.
He has some whip.
The advice may be, don't hang one. The 1-1 to Chase Gibbs. Throws the bat head out there. And making the catch in shallow center field is Rhett Holbert. 2 down.
Just using the breaking ball, keeping them off balance.
Here's Easton Martin. He's got a hit, has driven in a run, and will try to end it. That's down.
What a nice pick.
Yeah. Got Judah Ramsey back there as the backstop. That's a mean mug from Easton Martin. A hitter's scowl, if you will.
Always ask the question, can you see the pitcher's face? And I would say, no, I don't even know who it is. I'm looking for a release point.
Yeah.
And pitchers should not know where the scowl of the pitcher. Yeah. And they should be looking at the mitt. So
it's the look of intensity, trying to do damage. And just throws this one out. He's a little frustrated. But what this means for Arkansas, more baseball. They get to swing the sticks again to the 5th. Little League Baseball Regionals will continue with Little League Around the Bases, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Our whip-around coverage of every region, hosted by Matt Schick and Mike Rooney, started earlier today and will continue tomorrow, 1 p.m. to 9 Eastern, and streaming live on ESPN+. Lowell Galindo here with Keith Moreland. You know, I think if you let Matt Schick and Mike Rooney coach one of these Little League All-Star teams, it would be the best combination of entertainment and productivity you can find.
Well, that's a good point. Runes could definitely get things going because he's been a coach a long time, and I just want to be for the conversations around Matt.
What's that?
I just want to be around the conversations.
Yeah. Well, he's got kids. He's got kids playing sports. He knows what it is to manage chaos. And let's face it, when you're coaching, especially this age, like I've done before, you are managing chaos. That's what it is. I think we should get all 10 regional sites plus Schick and Runes. Give us each a team to coach, and we have our own bracket.
Well, these guys are volunteers. They get the right to go to Williamsport too for those 10 winning teams.
How do you think we would do, you and me as a coaching staff?
I can teach them to hit. You take care of everything else.
Get out of the way. That's basically what it is. I'll deal with the parents. You coach Paul. Oh, man. Take me home, country roads. Rhett Holbert is probably having a ball watching the West Virginia run. Even saw that song, the late great John Denver, adopted by World Cup teams. Good choice, Rhett. 0-2, now 1-2. Eastern Pollard back on the hill to try to finish this thing out. Texas East had a chance to end it with a run last half inning. Couldn't get it done. On the run, little slide. Landon Alvarez makes the play. Some grass stains too. Mom says, thanks, bud.
I'll tell you what, the really good anticipation right here. And sometimes in the outfield, you don't get your good jump, you're not prepared to go, but really did a great job getting himself in great position. You can see he comes to an athletic position, a thinking position, then athletic position, and reacts. Makes a nice catch.
Porter Steen, the batter. All right, let's talk about cleaning of uniforms, especially when you play on a natural surface like this. What has become more increasingly popular these days is to just take the uni straight through the drive-through car wash and just hose it off with a high-pressure washer there. Then throw it in the washer.
Yeah, got to get somehow to get that
the red clay
soil off of it.
I mean, that's the worst. Question. This one hopped right over his gloves. That's a single from Porter Steen. Not away, Porter. He came here to hit, and Porter's got his first hit in Waco. Well done, kid.
He hit that ball crisply. It's one of those where you're like how he got low and the ball just did a scoop instead of a bounce.
All right, the official scores an error. We ain't giving that an error. Porter came here to hit, and that ball was smoked. That's a base hit.
Number 11, Hudson.
Difficult play to make when you were in position because he didn't. It wasn't like he olayed it. He was down with his eyes ready to make the play.
Hudson Bankhead, the hitter. Ooh, vicious off speed. Huddy's done his share of hitting. He's got 2 hits. Drew a walk his first time up.
Pollard is just dropping that little curveball in there regularly.
Hudson to right field. That's down. That's a hit. And Steen will come back to second base. He's got to get all the way back to the base. Now's not the time to lose focus. Hudson with hit number 3. Bankhead is banging. There's Judah Ramsey.
Number 16, Judah Ramsey.
Got one up to center field. What a layout, but it drops. Arkansas waves Steen home. The play at the plate. Rodriguez will not make a tag. Steen scores from second base. Judah with the RBI.
And with that pitch that time, great effort to lay out to try to get to it. Easton Martin does everything he can in his power to try to get to it. He was over in left center. You can see him here. He's way over in left center, makes a long run and leaves his feet, comes up about a foot short getting to it. Turns into a run.
And now you got to face Keller Hughes. He was here with Arkansas a season ago and hammered a ball to the gap for a double his last time up. Yeah, got one hanging, but Creation's there. Another double play! Creation and the juice man, Sheldon Tucker, do it for the third time!
Well, this is another just outstanding play. The ball was hit right on the button, but you got to have your second baseman coming. He catches, leans out, loses his cap, but gets the third double play of the ball game.
It's the bottom of the fifth. Here in our final game in the third day of the Little League Baseball Southwest Regional. Texas East with a commanding 10-2 lead against Arkansas. Logan Lindo, Keith Moreland, and our guy Jonathan Byers Jr. now on the mound for Junior Deputy Little League out of Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh man, first time we've seen him toe the rubber.
He's a Red Wolf back in the day, like the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Not everybody would just be the Razorbacks. Got some Bears, some UCA Bears mixed in there as well. There's Easton Pollard. That's ball one from Jonathan Byers Jr. That's placed in the center field. Leadoff hit for Easton Pollard. Second hit in this game.
Done a nice job as Texas East swinging the bat to taking advantage.
Number 4, Lincoln Dubé.
Double digits in hits now.
We're up to 18 total hits. 8 for Arkansas. 10 here for Texas East, according to the scoreboard. Dubé, the hitter. And you know, with those double plays, you have to have an outstanding first baseman to usually wrap it up. Now, that last one was just 6-4, but usually you got the 3 on the end of it. And Dubé has been a star defensively at first base. That's away. Pollard scooting his way to second base. Just a ball player, Lincoln Dubé. Popped up. And the catch is made. That's Keller Hughes over there at first base.
Nice job coming back and missed a couple and made a good pitch there to get an out.
42, Madden Christian.
There's the start of the show, Madden Creation. Part of 3 double plays at shortstop.
And a 6-5 putout, which was an impressive play too.
To set up one of his double plays. 3 double plays ties his Southwest regional record for the most in the game. He's going to have a hit. That's down. And Pollard will score from second base. Creation. Right in front of his dad. And Dad is saying, hey, you're the winning run. Give him something to think about. We're not going to play this game. Let's just, we're not going to play this game. Landon Alvarez. Big number 44. First pitch swinging. It's going to be a tough run in right field, but fantastic hustle out there by Hartley Hurd. And this will allow Creation to take second base. Big aggressive turn. And that is your winning run on second base. To third base, just on the foul side of the bag. That's a great call by third base umpire Chris Rutz, who was all over that.
I think it did his job, though. He got to the ball. You, as a young infielder, you make the play. You catch the ball and try to make your play. Let the umpire do his job.
The 1-2 from Jonathan Byers Jr. I was gonna clock him. Creation with the break into third, and this will be the ball game. Mad Dog scores, and Texas East comes up victorious via the run rule. 12-2. So it will be a rematch of our opening game tomorrow in another elimination tilt with Texas East taking on Texas West. That will be the late game. The early game will be Oklahoma and Louisiana. You'll see that on ESPN. But Keith, we need to give a huge shout out and say congratulations to Junior Deputy Little League out of Arkansas for job well done. They came here with one mission, that was to get a win. They were 0 for 8 here in Waco coming into this tournament. They end up going 1 for 2, but that is a win these boys are not going to forget.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. They swung the bat. They did things. They got to the weekend, something that they had not accomplished, and they come away with the Sportsmanship Award.
Yeah.
You know, you just look at a group, nothing to be hang your hat about. They're going to leave a champion of the state of Arkansas.
So well done, Junior Deputy Little League. Boys, this summer still have some good memories left on that trip back to Little Rock. Well, pennies for the win. Lamar Little League with 3 double plays. Started by Creation at short. They'll get another shot at the boys from Bernie tomorrow. For Keith Moreland and our entire crew, I'm Lowell Galindo. Thank you so much for watching here in Waco.